Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Avernum 6. We have finally met the dragon, and I think, in an unusual twist of events, I will actually do what I'm told and return straight to King Starus and see what he thinks about the somewhat vague, extremely vague actually, offer or conditions that the dragon proposed. I mean, really, he didn't tell us anything. He just asks for us to, to be at his disposal. Wait, at his command. Disposal? Command? Yeah, sure. For us to do something for him, which he did not seem to be interested in disclosing at all, or, elaborating on. But, again, what choice do we have, right? So, interesting, we have 2 gaps now. I mean, surely I did not just miss any teleport pylons, right? What could be between Davno and Draco? Unless, okay, I might have speculated about that before, but there is that broken pylon along the coast in the northern lands, in the occupied lands. I guess no longer really all that occupied. So maybe this gap is just there for lore reasons, because there used to be a pylon there, even if it's currently inoperable. Or maybe it actually did get restored, but I suppose I never bothered to try. Now I kind of want to check, but I mean, no one mentioned that it would be rebuilt, and there isn't really much of a reason, or, in the long run, I guess, but it's not really anything. It shouldn't have any kind of priority right now. Anyway, yeah, and the other one between Draco and Melanchion's realm, I don't know where that could be. Huh. It's fine. Maybe it's gonna get filled in, maybe not. King Starus. I have met with Melanchion. He will provide us with the crystal we need, but there are conditions. Well, a condition, I guess, right? Or am I forgetting about something? King Starus listens carefully to the dragon's desires. You are sent out of the throne room while he confers with his generals. And confers. You wait for 2 hours before you are summoned back in. The generals, to a man, look shaken. King Starus sits in his throne, exhausted. Something very momentous has happened. Whatever it is, they don't say. Starus rises and looks at you. I think that the fate of Avernum has been decided this day. Return to the dragon. Do what he says. He will provide what he offers. I believe this. Complete your end of the bargain. Retrieve the crystal spire, and then we will see. I mean, I suppose it is a big unknown, right? But again, we're faced with either certain death or a chance at salvation at some unknown cost. Yeah, it's certainly not a pretty decision to make, but I feel like there is really only one choice here. What are my orders now? The generals look away. Go to Melanchion. Do what he wishes. Once he will turn the crystal over, return to me. This is odd. What is going on here? Why is that so odd? What else did we expect? Is it not clear? If it isn't, it should be. Look around. See what is happening. Avernum, as we know it, as we knew it, is ending. As it must. There is no treachery against you. Only tasks and rewards when they are completed. Now go. Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, we're being obviously used as some pawns, or maybe some slightly more advanced chess pieces, but chess pieces still, nonetheless. But how is that different from, how we've been used, moved around, made do things for, the entire game up to this point? Right. Oh, the magic mirror. You know what? While I'm here, I'm just curious, obviously. Even if the reward is good, I'm not going to do this, but obviously I'm going to give it a shot. Or am I? It goes to the crystal. You maintain a safe distance. Oh, yeah, but I cannot do anything with it. Okay. Huh? The magic mirrors. Certainly this is it, right? There's a volatile in Melanchion's keep. Her name is Poila Tildresa. She told you of a mirror given by the Volunteer to the castle. Steal it and bring it to her. This has to be it, right? What's your purpose? How do you communicate? You communicate from here, many ways. He doesn't elaborate. What are your plans now? I will return to my people. Said something about the end. Okay, yeah, nothing new here. Okay, well, I suppose... Unless I'm just forgetting about something, and there is another mirror, but I mean, this has to be it. Maybe I need to talk to this Vanatai at Melanchion's place again, and she's gonna give us something, and I just forgot that step. I guess I will talk to her again, just to see if I missed anything, but again, I'm curious to experience what might happen, and, you know, what kind of reward I might get for betraying my people, basically. My people and the other Vanatai, in this case. But I'm not actually gonna do it. Yeah, for now we just go to refuge. And straight back to the dragon. Right, and I've been thinking, I mean, what could he possibly be asking us to do, right? I suppose there is, you know, the Scourge still around. They don't seem to be doing much right now, but I guess the Horde, the threat of the Slith Horde is still there. It's mostly a threat to us, Evernites. Although maybe less so now that we, you know, we can expect to be able to, where's the portal? There it is. To actually escape this place for good. And just, you know, leave it all behind. Although some people, I guess, did choose to stay behind earlier and will probably still choose to stay here. So dealing with the Horde would still be good in the long run. But they are also, the Horde are also the enemy of Melanchion, right? I don't know how much of a threat they pose to him right now, but maybe he just wants them dead because he hates them or something. So that might certainly be something. Maybe he gives us a way to enter the lair of the Scourge and, you know, finish the job, basically. Also, we have not been... What's that? Okay, unrelated. We have not been to these Northern Isles as well. That's obviously another place. And I guess... yeah, also these caves up here, as I talked about earlier, and these unmapped caves. So this might actually be the area that we're going to be sent to explore somehow. I mean, there could be a port up here. Obviously, I have not explored the northern part of Melanchion's realm. There could just be a little fortified port that we wouldn't have been allowed inside until we are on his mission. And maybe we'll just get a boat and be able to explore up around here and down this river, and, you know, I guess that would make sense. But we'll see. We will see. Maybe it's going to be another set of 3 quests. Just to, you know, keep following the pattern. Melanchion stares at you with interest. You can sense the machinations of his elaborate dragon brain, gauging his options and trying to determine how to use you to help his small but growing kingdom. Do we have further business, little one? You may speak. I have been to the castle. I am to serve you. Melanchion gives you a little smile. Can dragons even do that? Do they have the kinds of facial muscles? Let's assume they do. And then his mighty head tilts down, and he surprises you by catching your gaze. He stares deep into your eyes. Uh-oh, avert your eyes. You find yourself unable to look away. Crap. You try to command your muscles to force yourself to look away. You feel dizzy as an intruder roams freely through your mind. And then, as abruptly as it began, Melanchion pulls back. You manage to stay standing. Yes. The dragon runs his claws lightly on the stone floor. There is no subterfuge. At least not yet. You have been given to me, a new, powerful tool in my quest for order. If too independent to be a true servant. You are now worth speaking to. Come forward and talk to me. We have much to do, and then Avernum will be saved. Where have you come from? I'd like to know more about your kingdom. What do I need to do for you? Can you give me supplies or training? All valid things to ask about. I guess let's do the usual and start with some small talk. Where have you come from? The dragon seems amused and unsurprised by this request. Yes, my past. You short-lived little ones seem so fascinated by my kind. I will indulge you. I am the child of Avernum, one of the 5 great dragons of Avernum, one of the few who live. I came of age in the low tunnels, the northern reaches, as you know it. I came up from obscurity, because I saw I was needed. Tell me about Aethron. Ah, Mother. She gave me life. She protected me from a world which had much hatred for my kind. For that I owe her all. But that does not mean she does not drive me mad. How so? She has wisdom for me. So much wisdom, without end. Of how I must hide. I must be a sniveling creature in the shadows. Shadows. Yes, and she always sends shadows to try to teach me the lesson of cowardice. Shadows. Look around and you might see them. Wraiths, pests. Oh, we saw one of those. Yeah. Okay, so that was not a message addressed at us. That makes sense. She sends them out by the multitude. Some of them reach me with little lessons of wisdom. She does not see that a new age is coming, one that brings great things for our kind. Okay. I'd like to know more about your kingdom. Of course you would. I am making a kingdom of peace and tranquility, free of the arrogance that has plagued my kind. Okay. I'll take your word for it. I bring together like-minded, that is, brainwashed, willing souls to work with me to bring order to the underworld. You say you're not arrogant? I am not. I am powerful, yes, and I will use that power, but I am free of hubris. I know that if I go too far, if I let my defenses slip too much, I will be crushed by the Empire or Avernum or some greedy adventurer. Or a group of 4, I guess. Instead, I will live by making myself indispensable. None will attempt to end me because they will see that the world without me will be more frightening. You say you are going to bring peace? Yes. The underworld is a place of chaos, of war. I will end that. Those who are content to stay within fair borders, like Avernum and the Abyss, they are not enemies to me. I will aid them. Others, like the Slith Horde, they bring chaos. Chaos is bad for you and for me. I will punish them. How will you punish agents of chaos? With my power. Sadly, I do not have enough strength to bring proper punishment to a true power yet, but soon, yes, soon that will change. Oh-ho? Why is chaos so bad for your kind? I mean, come on, that's stupid. Chaos, you know, too much chaos anyway, is bad for everyone. It should be pretty obvious. Because that is when despots rise and when adventurers roam. Over the last 2 centuries, we have seen that both are bad for dragonkind. Can you give me supplies or training? I'm eager to heap treasure on your head. Could we have it inside our pockets instead? I have many powerful books of spells. Ooh. The rewards I can offer are many. All you need to do is complete the tasks I have set aside for you. Every time you help me, you can go and talk to Goro. He will dispense the marvelous rewards I have set aside. Ah, okay. So, wait, there were quite a few doors down there, right? On the way to the Forbidden Treasury? Like, at least 3, maybe even 4? I don't know. They were spaced pretty far apart, so maybe I'm overestimating. But there were definitely, I want to say at least 3, so I guess we can look forward to that many tasks. Which is good. What do I need to do for you? Ah, there we go. There are enemies within Avernum, foes that threaten both you and me, and who wish to disturb our tranquility. I wish for you to eliminate 2 of them. That will be sufficient. Then I will help you to complete your portal. I have an annoying irritant holding in my western border. Lord Farrar of Barga refuses to deal with me in any way. He has even attacked my servants. He must pay for the insult. Oh, that's honestly a bit of a disappointment. I mean, it's kind of... I always usually find it neat when, you know, I get a quest and it turns out that I already did it, especially when I didn't even think it was going to be a quest, but... This... Well, I mean, I suppose it kind of makes sense. I just really did not expect that to ever be a quest, or... I suppose for a while I did, but I thought it would be a thing between the leaders of Barga and Spire, right? And then that turned out to be not the case. I suppose it makes sense, because obviously he's He used to be a direct neighbor of Melanchion, and certainly unstable and, you know, power hungry. So, yeah, it makes sense for Melanchion to want him gone, but also, you know, I guess the game did not account for the fact or for the possibility that, you know, someone like me could have just decided to kill him just because he was a jerk. Oh well. Anyway, that part's easy then. Right. He has even attacked my servants, he must pay for this insult. Though you have harmed the Slithheart greatly, they still have the potential to do great harm in Avernum. We must strike before they regain their balance. Someone must hunt down the Circle of the Scourge. Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah. The Vanatai have never given up hope of regaining these caverns and driving humanity from the underworld. Their settlement of Tenebra is only the beginning of their invasion. Again, is it really an invasion? Are they planning to resettle the entirety of Avernum? Well, like, including eventually driving out any remaining humans and, well, and other humanoids to settle the entire place? I don't know. I don't really see them doing that. They're not exactly a warlike species, are they? I mean, some factions of them are, I suppose, but I don't know. I don't really see that problem. The leader must be confronted and driven out. The Darkside loyalists, rebels against the Empire, still manage to exist. Nope, that's another one already gone. As long as they continue to spread their poison, there is a chance that they might topple the Emperor and return us all to the Dark Times. They must be stopped. Okay, so he gives us 4 enemies that need to be dealt with, but only 2 of them I actually need to deal with. So, obviously, I can choose to leave the Vanatai alone. And out of the other 3, I have already dealt with 2 of them. And the third one I have only not dealt with because I couldn't. Because the gates are literally sealed to me. That's certainly interesting. Why don't you go out and hunt these enemies yourself? Well, that would be risky. Why go out yourself when you can just send your servants to do all the killing and the getting, you know, putting their lives on the line? I could. I might even succeed. But that is the sort of carelessness and arrogance that has caused my kind to be almost eradicated from the world. I am a new sort of dragon. Well, yeah, fair. I would like to know more about Barga. Well, Barga is under the control of Lord Farrar, a highly erratic and violent individual. I have tried to work with him, tried to be diplomatic, but he has only rebuffed me and attacked my followers. It would be better for the Abyss to be under my protection, but I cannot reach my allies there, not until Farrar is removed. Well, you have allies in the Abyss? The village of Spire is tired of standing alone. It longs for someone to protect it. Avernum will not. I will. So you want me to kill Farrar? It is the only way. He is a true fanatic. His death will be a great boon for the long-suffering people of Barga. I will be kinder to them than he is. I mean, yeah, honestly I believe that. His deep rumbling voice sounds so calm, so reasonable. You remind yourself who you're talking to. No, I mean, yeah, he's a dragon, but is he really worse than Farrar? Oh, no, I don't think so. How can I reach Farrar? The usual way, by slaughtering all his guards until I reach him. Do not try to enter the city through the east gates. Approach from the west. My servants cannot get to the Abyss. You can. Farrar will probably flee down to the lower tunnels. You must hunt him there. Well, I've been to Barga, by the way. Lord Farrar has been dead for, I don't know, weeks? Months at this point? I'm surprised you didn't know. Now, of course, since we already dealt with... I guess I could finish this part of the game right now, right? Because I already dealt with the 2 required quests out of 4. But obviously I also want to defeat the Scourge. And I guess while I'm mildly interested in how that whole Tenebra situation would play out, I don't think they need to be attacked. I don't want to. They have done me personally no wrong. You know? And I'm not entirely sure what their intentions in the long term are, but I don't feel like we should just preemptively attack them. That does not feel right. So I'm choosing not to do that. But I would like to complete the 3 other quests. I just don't know if I get the chance to, or if it's just going to move on to the next phase as soon as I complete 2. So, out of the 3, which are the most important ones? I feel like the Darkside Loyalists aren't really that big of a deal. So, yeah, I definitely want to do the Scourge quest and, you know, get whatever reward I get for that. And, yeah, I also agree that Lord Farrar was a problem, and, you know, he was ambitious, right? If we hadn't been stopped, his plan was to eventually conquer the entire Abyss, and, you know, that would have just been a very unstable situation, and, you know, I think it's better for everyone that he's gone. The Loyalists, I don't know if they were planning anything. They seemed pretty desperate and pretty sad, ultimately. So, you know, I'll leave those for last, and if I don't get to report success on that quest, because Melanchion's no longer interested, I guess that's fine by me. Anyway. Right. So I will hunt down the Scourge. Or let's talk about yeah, let's talk about the Loyalists first, I guess. Yes, good. They are pitiful now. Yeah, exactly. A shade of their former self, but they can still assassinate. They can still cause great harm. But now, at last, I think that they can be ended. Destroy their leader now, Loyalist Gavrahos, and that might truly be the end of them. What harm can they do? They are too small to lead, but not too small to cause harm. They can lash out blindly and madly. They assassinated the last leader of the Empire. If they kill Emperor Redmark, there will be a new power struggle. The dragon is genuinely agitated. If there is, a cruel emperor might rise, one that would be harsh to Avernum and to the non-humans. A return to the dark days of old. It must be prevented. Yeah, I agree. That's why I dealt with them. Where are the Darkside Loyalists? They hide near the Abyss, west of the town of Spire. Their lair is deep in a thick wood. This is all I know. The few spies I have sent were killed. Do you know anything else about Loyalist Gavrahos? Other than his name is really weird? He is just another fanatic in a long line of fanatics. But he will be dangerous. He will be a dangerous and wily foe. Right. So what else? You want me to fight the Vanatai? Are you mad? Oh, that might not be necessary. Only get them to leave. Tell them that they do not belong. The Vanatai have regained most of their low tunnels, even the ones in the northern reaches. They must be content with that. If they are not willing to abandon Tenebra, though, you must take steps. So I just ask the Vanatai of Tenebra to leave? Go there, find their leader, their Irno. Say that the dragon will not tolerate their presence, their constant lust for vengeance, the warlike nature they pretend to not have. Who knows, they might do peacefully what I will otherwise make them do by force. Does Avernum really want me to fight Vanatai? Avernum wants to live. To survive, you must do what I say. But trust me, this action will be for Avernum's benefit too. Or have you not been attacked by the Vanatai enough? Not by those, no. And if they refuse to leave Tenebra? Well... when will Avernum wake up? The Vanatai are not your friends, no more than the Slith Horde is. Well, yes, I beg to differ quite a bit there. I mean, they are definitely way more our friends than the Slith Horde is. For once, they are not waging war on us currently. So, you know, that's a huge plus in my book. Anyway. You must let them have their caves, and you must demand that they stay out of yours. If they refuse to go, you must fight for what is yours. It is the only way. If you do not, they will spread. Right. We'll just have to agree to disagree on that one, but that's totally fine, because I don't need to deal with that. And finally, I will hunt down the Scourge. Yes. I thought you would. The Scourge is the true leadership of the Slith Horde. The 3 warlords you slew were only loaned power by the Scourge. Members of the Scourge can be found all throughout the underworld, but there are 3 of its number in Avernum now. They are seeking ways to continue the invasion. For the safety of your homeland, you must stop them. But they are not foolish. They have holed up behind powerful defenses, fearing assassins. But I can help you reach them. That's what I was hoping for. Will killing them get the Horde to leave our lands? Melanchion chuckles. No, it will only show that any who plan to expand farther into Avernum will meet a similar fate. The Subterranean near my realm must be humble. But to the Horde, taking back some of Avernum is a matter of mortal honor. It will take much to drive them out. Well, that's a little bit disappointing, but I guess we'll take what we can get. Where can I find them? They are in the tunnels northeast of Formello, behind a mighty gate of stone and steel. How can I get in? I am willing to, just this once, break my own rules. I will emerge briefly from my lair. When I know that you are close to the Fortress of the Scourge, I will travel to meet you. Okay. That's pretty exciting. How will you know when I'm there? I will know. My eyes are everywhere. In the tunnels, in the air, even in the webs. Okay. Well then... hold on a second. I've been to Barga. Lord Farrar is dead. Okay. Melanchion is quite pleased. Ah, now at last your abyss will have a true protector. Barga is confused and Spire will join me. Yeah, I mean they've also been leaderless for even longer than Barga, so... You do not realize it, but you have saved their lives. I will pay you generously for this act. Speak with Goro for your reward. Okay. Also, the nest of the Darkside Loyalists beyond the Abyss has been destroyed. I guess we'll see what happens after I report these two successes. I'm guessing that I will probably still be allowed to complete any other quests. Just like in the past. Ah, the Darkside Loyalists. Gone forever. Dare we dream? No, there will be new rebels. But all of those strong enough to actually pose a threat are dead. My lands are safer because of it, as are yours. I will pay you generously for this act. Speak with Goro. Right. I've completed 2 of your tasks. Now you must make good on your end of the bargain. Okay, but I can still continue. So I can choose when we move things forward. Right, and about supplies and training, that's gonna come from those rewards that we just unlocked. Right. Okay. Nice. Hey, Goro. Melanchion sent me here to get 2 rewards, actually. Goro nods, making the scraps of skin on his neck wobble disgustingly. You do things for Dragon. You good. You wait here. Goro disappears downstairs. He returns a few minutes later. First cell, it is unlocked. You may take. Only first cell. Go no more far. Except... we have done 2 things. Goro nods vigorously. Right. Second cell, it is unlocked. You may take. Only second cell. And first. No more. Well, let's see what kinds of rewards we get here. Also, it's 1, 2, 3. 3. Right, okay. Wait, it's only 3? No, I'm dumb. There's 1. 1 right here. Okay, so it's a total of 4. That makes sense, obviously. Melanchion has obtained a number of spellbooks, powerful tomes bound in leather and radiating dark power, obtained with great effort and brought here to increase the power of his stronger-minded servants. You manage with effort to decipher the cryptic runes within the book. You learn the spell which will strike your foes with mighty blows of raw power. Your skill with the spell Arcane Blow increases. Okay. I'll take it. I don't use it all that often, but... mostly because it hasn't really felt more powerful than my other spells typically. It's a different damage type, so that could be useful in its own right. But it's also super expensive, right? So maybe now that we've gained a couple of extra levels, I think it might be at level 3 now. I think we've seen 2 increases to it by now. Maybe now it's actually gonna deal significantly more damage than, say, a Fire Blast. So, Warmaster Helm. 2 levels damage in combat sounds good. Yeah. 7 armor, so same as this one, obviously. 25% fatigue removal is actually also really nice. Stun resistance, really nice. Could have helped in a couple of past encounters, although I wonder if it would have prevented the complete stun lock by the Hawkeye, for example. Maybe not. What do you have? Parry and Blade Master. More protective. I mean, Anatomy is just a very minor damage increase against humanoids. We can obviously do without that. Obviously, that's going to be outclassed by the 2 levels damage in combat. Or at least I would assume so. Gymnastics makes you act faster. Honestly, I wouldn't mind making him slower again. Because he really doesn't need to be faster than everyone else in the party, so long as the entire party is faster than any enemy, right? Which is typically the case. Maybe still with the exception of Hawk, but... yeah. I mean, parry is really nice, and Blade Master also increases damage by basically one level damage in combat. So yeah, I think you get this one. Congrats. And I guess we can do a quick test. Enter combat. Hey, she's first now. Awesome. Which means, how do we do things again? Hold on. We exit combat first, then we do this. Wait. No, I don't want to edit the party members. Down. There we go. Yes. Okay, things are back to the way they're supposed to. Yeah. Right? Okay, that's nice. And here we get... Divine Retribution. Restoration would have been more appreciated, but it's fine. Emerald Chest Guard, though. Are you good? Poison and acid resistance, +1 Blade Master, 20% stun resist. 42% armor versus 28. Huh. Only 20 stun resistance, though, versus 40. It is not bulky at all. Huh. Actually, that's pretty wild. Weighs 20? Okay, it's a little bit heavier, but obviously weight is not a concern for either of my warriors, so that's fine. What do you have? The Rune Plate, right? That is already more protective, and it has a ton more stun resist. It's also not bulky. It comes with the extra Mind Effect resistance, some Spellcraft, which doesn't do anything for you, but okay. 8% Hostile Effect resistance is really nice, of course. 3 to luck further increases that, so we're losing out on all of that. Replaced by just Poison and Acid resistance. But we do get a nice boost in physical protection. I mean, the bulkiness, in theory, you know, would be nice to get rid of, but it really doesn't matter at all. We're not missing any attacks. We haven't been missing any attacks for, you know, ever since, like, hour 10 or so of the game. We're losing a lot of resistances, including stun resistance, actually. I mean, we just... No, never mind, you didn't get that helmet. I suppose technically I could give this to Ayali instead, to give her that stun resistance boost now that he has gained one. So he's gonna be basically end up where he was before. And I'm gonna give him this. Because I feel like I want to use it, obviously, right? Do I want to replace this? Slightly better armor, more stun resistance, not bulky. Mental effect resistance. Instead of hostile effect resistance. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm not gonna give one of them the Charm Plate again, or the Rune Plate rather, even though I could. But they would be encumbered and, you know, nah, it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Stat-wise, 80% armor seems pretty good. Of course, Lulu has 81, so... yeah. Resistances... I mean, resistances look pretty nice across the board. 84 and 85. Stun resistance, that's nice. Oh yeah, that's significantly more than you two have. That feels pretty appropriate then. 53 mental resist. Oh, you only have 25. Yikes. You have 54. Okay. Still slightly the highest in the party. Poison and acid resistance. Okay. Fire, cold, and energy. Yeah, I mean, they look pretty decent across the party, to be honest. Okay, yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Also, I just remembered now that I, so I was looking at the stats there. Remember that I had actually been thinking about finally doing all that skill point distribution, and I was thinking about just not really overthinking it too much. Just basically splitting them as evenly as I can among the party, just giving everyone a fair share, basically, and not really worrying about who needs the most. I'm just going to give everyone roughly a quarter of the accumulated skill points here, and then spend them on whatever seems most useful. And in fact, I've been thinking instead of giving everyone extra strength, which is obviously not really going to do much, yeah, that really doesn't make a lot of sense when you think about it. But I will actually give everyone at least an extra point of endurance. I think that should actually make quite a difference. Maybe even more than 1 point for my casters. Huh. Wow, actually, I didn't even realize how far ahead Xaz is in terms of health. When did that happen? I thought I was trying to keep them relatively even. Is he getting a point of endurance from something? Oh, he must be getting extra endurance, right? Because he has 1 more point, but his cost is lower, so I guess his base endurance must be lower than Ayali's, unless the cost is just different between humans and Slives. I don't know. Either way, I guess I'm gonna at least give her an extra level or 2. Maybe the entire party. I mean, everyone could benefit from some extra health. Honestly, that's probably gonna do more than any small increases in individual defensive skills. And then whatever is left after that, I'm just gonna, dump into, things like Spellcraft, Blade Master, or even Strength and Intelligence. Although, Intelligence is pretty darn expensive already for both of them. Yeah, something like that. I guess I could do that right now, just pause recording, do all of that. You know what? Yeah, sure. It has to be done eventually anyway. It's going to be a lot of clicking, but it's also going to be nice to finally have that done. Okay, so that didn't take that long, I suppose, but still, I didn't... I wasn't really looking forward to all the clicking and distributing, but, it wasn't that bad. So, yeah, so now we have a bunch of skill points. 38, I guess, I mean, I couldn't quite evenly split everything, and so I just ended up, just giving Ayali 1 more of the knowledge elixirs, I guess. That's why she ended up with a little bit more. Maybe she also had some to begin with. I wasn't really, again, I didn't really overthink it or try to calculate the absolute best distribution here. It's fine. Also, she needs a little bit extra, perhaps, to catch up in terms of hit points. So let's see. 1 point of endurance gives her a nice boost, but obviously she's still not on Xaz's level, so I guess we bring her up to endurance 10. And, I mean, that's a significant increase. Quite significant. I think I'm going to be happy with that. And from here on out, it's just going to be... I guess Blade Master is 7. It's now 8. I don't think there's a cap to it, so that's not a problem. But since... Yeah, I'm just going to go for damage, right? So, Strength, Blade Master, and melee weapons, I think, should all be equally effective. That's up to 9. And just like that, that's all we can do right now. But she is left with 7 points, so next level up. And actually, I think I read somewhere that the level cap in this game is actually level 61. Weirdly. I thought it had to be... I mean, honestly, I was expecting to run into the cap a while ago, but this is just such a massive game that I suppose they must have raised it from what it was in previous games. So I certainly remember in some of the past games running it into, or reaching a point where we would maybe still keep leveling, but not gain any more skill points. But apparently, yeah, that level cap is pretty generous here. I don't know if we're even gonna reach that, unless the game is much longer than it seems right now. But it definitely feels like we're getting to the end, right? I mean, what else could there be after we're done with this? Or how much more could there be after we're done with this current set of tasks from Melanchion? Honestly, after that is probably just going to be the point where we make a choice who to side with, right? If we're going to decide that Melanchion is too unpredictable and needs to be removed, and then we actually fight him. Or, I don't know, who else could be a final boss. Or we side with him and I guess assassinate King Steris, but, I mean, Melanchion doesn't seem to be interested in that at all. I don't know. We'll see, I suppose. Maybe it's just gonna end like that after we've dealt with the Scourge. But either way, we might still gain a couple more levels, so yeah. I think I'm happy enough with this for now. Our hit points are definitely looking much better. There you go. For you have fewer points. I mean, he already has almost as much health as Ayali does now, but I guess I'm also going to bring his endurance up to 10. Making him slightly tankier, but that's fine. Not a big deal. Okay, Blade Master, let's bring that up to 10 as well. And one more level, I guess, to pull weapons? Sure. And you, yeah, I mean, more endurance. It's definitely not a terrible idea. And, well, spellcraft is obviously the way to go here. I'm just not gonna invest any more in her archery skills. It's just not gonna be worth the investment, I don't think. Okay. And she's still left with 6 points, but again, next level up, I guess I'll probably just increase spellcraft again. I mean, pre-spells is out of the question and also doesn't need to be increased anymore for unlocking anything else. Intelligence is also way more expensive, so yeah, just more spellcraft it is. And finally, for you, we're also going to increase your endurance. Your intelligence is cheaper. I could bring it up to 10, which is just a nice number, but otherwise, I guess doesn't really do anything beyond that. But that being said, it is as expensive as spellcraft, so I guess we can get it up to 10. There you go. Obviously gives him more spell energy to work with, which is not bad. We get 19 spellcraft. Seems pretty good. Yeah. Now that's finally done. There we go. Everyone's gained a decent boost in power and survivability. I like it. And I guess with that, we will now actually spend like 10 or so minutes, maybe a little bit more, actually going out and exploring a bit more. Maybe we'll just spend the time looking around, mapping out a bit more of this cave here before we decide on any of the dungeons. I'm gonna keep these trapdoors and caves in mind. What is up with this here? Oh, I did not see those spiders. Okay. Woods Widows. Okay. And they are pretty tanky. Let's see. Okay, not bad. Ooh, you're also faster than them. Right, I guess I was considering maybe spending some of his points on weapon skills, so he would unlock, you know, maybe even eventually Mighty Blow, but I don't really think that's very realistic. What are you actually? That is an Arania Mage. Okay. Yeah, we probably should try to kill that. I mean, I've not really try to be very tactical about this fight. We're not even buffed or anything. I guess I kind of underestimated these spiders. Maybe part of me was thinking that, you know, with these couple of extra levels of everything under our belts, we would just absolutely crush everything that we could possibly come across. Clearly that is not quite the case. I mean, we are more powerful, but we are not that much more powerful. Anyway, let's try to daze them. Yeah, okay, that worked. That definitely gives us any, you know, breathing room that we needed. Just smite. Yeah, good enough. Normal fireball will do the trick. Actually, reduce the armor for these things because they do have a ton of hit points, so whatever we can do to speed things up. That was a really nice one. I like. Okay. Easy enough. The Arania dropped the spell word scroll, thank you, I suppose. And they were kind of guarding this. Spine shield up. Now, my muscle memory has actually shifted to quickly switch to character number 2 to loot things. Nope. Ayali is back where she belongs. It's gonna need some readjusting, but it's fine. What have we here? Random cave off to the side with absolutely nothing in it. No hidden buttons. Oh, get more spiders though. And another Arania up there. Okay, fair enough. Ah, and this is right outside the gates of Barga. Which of course is no longer relevant in any way, but we're obviously going to take a look anyway at that western entrance. Eastern, actually. Yeah. We are still hasted. That's nice. I guess I could speed things up very slightly by casting a War Blessing, maybe? Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, sure, that's what I meant to do, obviously. The other spiders aren't even attacking. Huh. Well then, if the spiders don't attack us, I guess we attack the spiders. Yeah, let's fix that little mistake. Except, okay. Or not. So, you just actually fireball the Arania? Oh, that's... okay. Normal spiders, not resistant to magic. Arania, resistant to magic. Makes sense. Okay. That's not great. Are you just... oh, you're an Arania Archmage. Yikes. Maybe I should have been paying closer attention instead of just assuming. I mean, what else can I do, though? That hurts. Holy crap. I feel like we have to deal with you, though. Well, you're gonna be completely well, locked in place by those spiders up there. Okay. Oh, we even momentarily, very briefly, dazed the Arania Archmage. That was definitely unexpected. Ouch. We've also been slowed. Okay. We definitely need to fix that. Okay, you can slowly make your way over here. Okay. Ouch. I'm gonna do another one of these here. So this thing is dangerous, yeah. Deals a lot of damage. And also, well, reflects a ton of damage, which is always fun. Ouch. Okay. Okay, that's good, though. Please finish it, though. Oh, actually, you probably can. There we go. That was surprisingly dangerous for just a random overworld encounter. Certainly not what I expected. that lightning debuff is gonna be around for a little while as well. Not much we can do about that. At least its minions, the Arenia's minions weren't any tougher than they usually are. You know what, there, you can soften up that spider. He'll exhaust a little bit. Okay. Could have done a mighty blow. It's fine. Right. Only Ayali still has the lightning debuff. So that thankfully ran out pretty quickly. Nope, it's still going. Yep, it's okay. That certainly kept going for a while, but it's fine. But what do we get? Steel Ward. Sure. Thanks, I guess. Any other rewards here? Any spider nest? To the west you can see the walls of Barga. It is a massive fortification built up bit by bit over decades to protect the abyss from whatever lives in this cave. Once it was giants, then the Slith Horde, now the servants of Melanchion. No matter who is on this side, the warriors of Barga are ever ready to fill it full of arrows. Oh, there's something. You're surprised to find that this web is full of writing. The silk has been woven to spell magical incantation. Probably for further study by the Arenia. The writing is actually a chant. It describes how to summon shades, yay, from another realm to serve you. Seems quite useful. Yeah, people keep saying that, I guess, but... Divine Host. Thanks. And there are more. More spiders. Have they seen us? No, surprisingly. Also, how would we get here? I did not oh, I did kind of overlook a button. Not inside that cave, though. Not inside this cave. Huh? What? Wait, what is here? Mushrooms? Blighted mushrooms. That is interesting. We were not supposed to collect a blighted mushroom sample from this cave at all. Huh. I mean, that's all that's here, though, right? There's nothing, no hidden digging spot. I suppose I'm gonna return to the castle at some point and talk to Asta, Sage Asta, about it. See if she's interested. Ah, I guess, yeah, okay. We already knew that there was this tunnel here. Leading up to eventually a closed gate underground, I suppose. With an opening mechanism on this side. So that's how we would have entered, how we were supposed to enter Farrar's Keep. Or, I mean, it's one possible way, but obviously the frontal assault approach worked just fine. And I guess the boss fight itself would not have been any easier. Just the way there, so... yeah. I guess I'll go ahead and try to daze a couple of them. Of course it would daze the one in front of us. I can always try again. Are you just a normal Arenia? Yeah. Good. Right, you were also poisoned. Oh, and you just completely exploded. That's fine by me then. Are these actually weaker, or are we just dealing more damage? Well, they have the same amount of hit points, so... Very nice. Yeah, I daze again. Okay, good. Daze that one. That one died from acid, very nice. You can focus on the mage. There you go, point blank arrow. You know what? Leave that spider alone for now, and now we can focus on it in a new round. Just finish it off before it gets a chance to do anything. Yeah, I mean, I definitely do feel pretty powerful, but I don't know how much those last couple of additional levels actually contribute to that. I guess we were pretty much this powerful before, but, you know, every little bit helps. What do we have here? Steel javelin. Pfft, junk. Okay. Bronze short sword. Gold necklace. Yes, please. Return life scroll number 27. What have we here? Shafrir Sentinel. Shafrir? That name seems familiar. How amusing. Someone has built a tower here. It is on the map, actually. Yeah. I was wondering about that. A tower here out in the middle of these remote lands. It is new, shining construction, probably made by constructs. A wizard's tower, thoughtlessly plopped in the middle of this ravaged forest. The constructs that built it have been modified to defend the gate. They wander around aimlessly, waiting for the command that will send them into action. They have not attacked you yet. Interesting. Unsurprisingly, the construct has nothing to say to you. It just walks around waiting to be told to kill something. There are several windows high up in the tower. You start to feel like someone is watching you. Huh. Okay. Shafrir's tower. Intruders unwelcome. I mean, yeah. You don't usually have to specify that, but I guess it doesn't, it couldn't hurt to do. So, did I miss any buttons here? No, I guess, actually, it feels like I must have. Right? But it would be visible here. It certainly looks like this little path between the fungus trees would lead to a hidden door that connects to this cave here. Okay, I'll do some more exploring next time, I suppose, as this episode here is coming to an end. We're also going to check out this tower. I mean, I've definitely come across the name Shafrir before, I think. I wonder if we met him, presumably him, up here. That was Gladwell, who had his lair, I want to say, somewhere around here. There was this mage colony, but I think they had a female archmage, but maybe that is her. I don't know. Shafrir, I guess, could be either a man or a woman, or anything in between. Who knows? Or maybe they're from somewhere else entirely. Anyway, I'm sure I'm going to be reminded as soon as we actually talk to them. For now, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.